What's up, everyone? I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. To get us started on today's video, we've got a tweet from Fame21 More talking about how the Howey test isn't even law. The SEC under Clayton and Gensler are using it as a Rorschach test to determine if a crypto is a security. Utility coins under a new crypto bill will be under the Federal Trade Commission. Let's listen in on that video and get some more clarity on this.
Congress just passes something that's clear and simple. And the Howey test that the Securities and Exchange Commission has used to determine whether something's a security or not isn't even law. It's a court case from the 1950s, and they're trying to apply it to digital assets, and that's where I've referred to it kind of interpretive art. And no matter whether it was Clayton or Gensler, they look at the paint splatters and they see security when they're at the Securities and Exchange Commission, and the market really wants everyone to look at it and see the same thing. This looks like a security. This looks like a commodity. This looks like something else, which is a utility token or a payment system that would be regulated, or a utility coin that would be regulated by the Federal Trade Commission.
As always, welcome back to Moneyside, your favorite crypto news channel. If you're new here, welcome to the XRP Army. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our daily crypto news updates. And now we are talking about the SEC and the state of crypto regulation. Here's an article from U.Today on Ripple's lawsuit, shared that the VC firm made a strong case on why XRP should not be considered a security. With the ongoing lawsuit, Ripple has garnered quite an impressive number of supporters, and one of the newest on the list is Paradigm, a VC firm that backs cryptocurrencies and Web3 companies and protocols. In a document addressed to the court, Paradigm argued that the SEC's attempt to obtain new authority through the court was a regulatory overreach. Paradigm's main argument bordered on the misapplication of the Howey test. It points out that a comprehensive study has confirmed that no federal appellate court has upheld that an asset that is the object of an investment contract transaction is itself a security, or that a subsequent transfer of that asset would be a securities transaction, nor has the SEC cited any such authority. And as Warren Davidson shared in his tweet, it's hard to believe that the SEC hasn't engaged in selective enforcement at this point. They worked closely with the biggest entities like FTX for years while engaging in endless discovery requests. Clearly, Gensler and perhaps the SEC structure is not up to the task at hand. And some more interesting news today. We've got another tweet. It comes to us from Fame21 More again, who talks about how Gary Gensler believes that crypto is interconnected and reliant on a few large centralized players that hold a lot of leverage. But didn't Gensler know this would occur from the very beginning? And yet he meets with Sam and now behaves as if he could not have prevented it. The whole system, well, it's rigged. Now it seems like they're trying to scare people out of the crypto market so they can keep the bags for themselves.
This story has been going on for many months. You remember the collapse of Terra Luna and a bunch of crypto lending platforms. Well, it looks like in the last few days, this is all interconnected. This is a very interconnected world in crypto, with a few concentrated players at the middle. And one of those concentrated players had the toxic combinations of lack of disclosure, customer money, a lot of leverage, meaning borrowing, and then trying to invest with that. And then when markets turned on them, it appears that a lot of customers lost money. And that's where our mission is about those customers.
Here's more on the same. We have a tweet from Digital Asset Buy. While 75,000 plus XRP holders suffered through the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit at the hands of Gary Gensler, the FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried is meeting with the White House officials and Gary Gensler himself. This country is broken. Just listen for yourself. Kind of sad knowing that these things will impact the design and operation of crypto companies going forward.
I'm hearing that, someone in the crypto industry who folks might know as Sam Bankman-Fried, CEO of FTX, he's making some visits to the White House. Tell me about it.
Hey, good morning. So back in May when Sam Bankman-Fried was in Washington, D.C. to testify before Congress about his company's bid to directly settle crypto derivatives trades, he made a couple stops at the White House alongside Mark Wetjen and Illyria Katz, his policy chiefs, basically. They met with senior White House officials, including a counselor and a policy advisor, over the course of 2 days.
Does it help that he's the second largest donor to the Biden campaign?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, so we don't really know what he met these officials for. The White House visitor logs that were released yesterday only said that they met. It also interestingly noted that Bankman-Fried's brother, Gabriel Bankman-Fried, who heads a pandemic preparedness entity, also was present at one of these meetings. So, we can assume that maybe they talked about pandemic issues. Of course, Bankman-Fried bankrolled a House candidate earlier this year based on their pandemic positions, their thoughts on preparing for the next pandemic. But I think it would be safe to assume that the crypto issues came up as well, given that Wetjen and Katz were there. So definitely seems to be, some effort to discuss with the White House, about these issues and about how perhaps, how to best regulate or just even, how to keep up with this.
And now as we wind down on today's video, we've got this video. It caught my attention as shared by Fame21 More on his Twitter status. The competition between correspondent banks is decreasing. Fees are on the rise, but on-demand liquidity fintech and smaller banks can compete by offering faster and cheaper settlement times. New solutions using crypto assets like XRP are changing the game.
Start with the heavy reliance on correspondent banking. Banks rely on accounts in other banks in other jurisdictions to move money across borders and make payments on their clients' behalf. Smaller banks, in turn, use larger banks to do this. This is expensive. Customers may pay large spreads on exchange rate. Fees compound as many intermediaries each get a cut. And the competition in these services is actually decreasing.
As always, do your own research and always trade safely, guys. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. You can let us know always what you think in the comment section below. Let's start a conversation. Thank you so much for watching. Couldn't be here without you. Don't forget to like this video and please click on that subscribe button below. And be sure to turn on notifications. That way you get informed whenever we post our amazing content. Thanks again. We will see you on the next Money Side.